YouTube, yes, we're back, guys. We are back, guys. You already know. First thing first, as soon as you walk in, please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Like always, thank you for tuning in to KL Culture Radio. Hakeem, Jordan, what's cracking like it? What's cracking like on this lovely Friday evening? It's almost Christmas weekend. Go ahead.
It is, man. Bells stop ringing and we're about to get it.
Yeah, man. Christmas was very, very close. Did some Christmas shopping earlier today and pretty much set. So I'm about to get to it. Other than that, let's get the show on the road. So let's go, let's get it.
Not only that, but right now in Miami, it is fight night. You got Jake Paul versus that guy named Joshua, the Olympian Joshua tonight. So a lot of people are going to tune in to watch that. But like always, man, shout out to everybody that's watching us right now on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch. Make sure you follow. It's so very important for you guys to follow us so you never miss it. We won't go live. Shout out to those right now watching us on Rumble and also X. TikTok, Bingo Live. Thank you guys so very much for coming through. We really do greatly appreciate you guys. Don't forget to hit that love, tap that screen, hit that love button. We really do greatly appreciate you guys. Let you know you guys enjoying the show. Shout out to the people right now watching us right now on Bingo Live. And they saying one guy say Simeon say hello to you, sir. One lady say Cat say please, I want to get to know you. I want to get to know you too as well. Just over Bingo Live, they turned up over there, man. But first thing first, man, we got a lot of things to cover, man. As things go down, you already know it's Freestyle Friday. So anything goes on Freestyle Friday. First thing first, we head on to hip hop. Hip hop. Jordan, what's going on when it comes to aspect of hip hop news, big dog?
Let's get into it. So let's talk about Tory Lanez. So Tory Lanez finally came out with his first interview while in prison and really speaking about his trying to get a partner from Gavin Newsom and also Megan Thee Stallions and also multiple appeals that he tried to claims of new evidence of trying to clear his name as well. So we do have the clip. Go ahead and play the clip of Tory Lanez interview, and after that, we'll chop it up.
His silence in his first ever broadcast interview from behind bars since being found guilty of shooting Grammy winner Megan Thee Stallion in the foot outside a party in 2020.
I've never been violent towards a woman. I would never hit a woman, let alone shoot a woman.
Lanez, whose real name is Daystar Peterson, spoke to NBC News from California Men's Colony, a prison where he's 3 years into a 10-year sentence after being found guilty on 3 felony counts, including assault with a semi-automatic firearm.
There is definitely a very big misconception about me that seems to the public as I'm this monster. And I feel like I was catapulted into this poster child for the unprotection of Black women. And it's just so unlike me. And I've never really had a chance to express that. But you can look at my criminal record. I don't have one.
Tonight, rapper Tory Lanez breaking his silence in his first ever broadcast interview from behind bars since being found guilty of shooting Grammy winner Megan Thee Stallion in the foot outside a party in 2020. Lanez declined to testify during his 2022 trial. Lanez, whose real name is Daystar Peterson, spoke to NBC News from California Men's Colony, a prison where he's 3 years into a 10-year sentence filed an appeal which was denied in November. But his team is continuing to fight with plans to file multiple appeals next week, this time with the California Supreme Court, in one claiming newly discovered evidence that they weren't provided during Lanez's 2022 trial, including hundreds of pages of medical records for Megan Thee Stallion, whose real name is Megan P., which they allege raise questions about the fragments removed from her foot after surgery. His team argues that the fragments were not provided ahead of trial and that this was a violation of due process. Tonight, rapper
we could have questioned the doctors differently when they were on stand to impeach them because it does look suspicious.
But in the appeal denied in November, the court did address the fragments, ruling that the surgeon's testimony was, quote, more than sufficient to prove great bodily injury on Pete. Proving something like this on appeal is tough.
This is a really, really difficult appellate argument for defendants to prove because they have to show If the evidence actually came into court, the jury would have found differently. It's an uphill battle, and it's something that often torpedoes any defense appellate argument.
The Los Angeles District Attorney's Office and representatives for Megan Thee Stallion have not responded to NBC News' request.
We could have questioned.
Office and representatives for Megan Thee Stallion have not responded to NBC News' request for comment.
I believe not only that I was wrongfully convicted, but the amount of new evidence that has emerged since that trial, I think, has been overwhelming.
What has life been like in prison for the last couple of years?
Truthfully, I've done my best to keep my head above water, but mentally, I've gone through trauma that I sometimes even struggle with because I never imagined myself dealing with things that I would have to deal with. I've been stabbed 17 times. I almost lost my life.
If you could say something to Megan Thee Stallion today, what would it be?
I think that I wouldn't say something directly to her. I would
Office and representative
that moment to happen in person. We've both gone through a lot. There's this connotation that like I share this hatred for her, but I don't. I genuinely passed that. I'm at a place of healing in my life. I'm at a place of taking accountability for the things that I did wrong. And when I talk about my case, I don't want it to be taken as me coming at her, because it's not that. I'm just asking for somebody in the system to look at my case and look at the evidence and ask if this was fair.
And with that, Chloe Malas joins us.
Yep. So there you go. That was Tory Lanez, his first interview on prison. So other than that, Ronnie, man, what's your take from Tory Lanez's interview?
The whole aspect of the situation with Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion, that pretty much messed up this whole man's life and also his career. People will never look at Tory Lanez ever the same, even though he still have the same remain friends that are always gonna stay loyal to him and still support him. However, but his mind psychologically is damaged, because now when he eventually do come out on good parole, I believe he's gonna come out on good parole. He's gonna act different. Because remember, this is a whole life changing event. Because remember, in his mind, he still think he's innocent, and pretty much he pretty much was the wrong person that got accused for the crime. And we talked about that here too. I think Tory Lanez is innocent. I think at the end of the day, it was Megan Thee Stallion's friend at the time, allegedly, because to me the evidence wasn't adding up. But at the end of the day, Tory Lanez got to take this L and learn from his mistake and not to deal with these type of women ever again in his lifetime. And he do, it is so be it. Go ahead, King.
A lot of us know this coming in, that the judicial system is messed up and is always going to be unfair, even when trying to go into appellate court. I do pray for him, but this is just an eye opener to understand like how quickly things can turn and your life can be thrown away. He's going to have to take this L and hold it. Like you got to take this 10 piece. Got to take this 10 piece and just, like see what to do and try to reflect to stir away other young men from getting into situations with women that are going to take you to prison. That's the biggest downfall of a man, is a woman at times. I'll land right there.
Yeah, absolutely. And they say he's almost 3 years in, which is true. Time's going fast. So he's
Yep.
to me, with Tory Lanez, it's like, I know he's trying to, appeal, try to get the pardon, he's trying his best, but it looks like it's not working out for him on his hands. So I mean, I know he's probably gonna get tried and everything, but it's likely he might. I'm about to say he might serve 14 years because he might get off of good behavior, maybe in his 8th or 7th year or anything like that. But yeah, it's also to see that teach it like this take what you got and just learn for your lessons, and also he could definitely learn when he gets out, and also man. Watching this, that saw the trial and see, Tory Lanez going to jail and not using the evidence that you need, or we all say, him testifying against, into the court, that probably may change something around as well. If he would have did something like that, maybe he would have been in jail. But unfortunately, he's in there, and then he just got to serve his time and pray that he is in early behavior.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember to click all because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Like always, shout out to everybody that's watching us all across the board. We really do greatly appreciate you guys for tuning in on this Freestyle Friday. Shout out to the beautiful, lovely Evelyn Perez that's in the building. Hi. Hi to you too, Evelyn. It's in the building. Moving along to other trending news right now, Jordan, what's going on with the aspect of Brown University suspect?
Yeah, so we got more details about the Brown University suspect. So the suspect was found, but he was found dead following a self-inflicted wound. So they did find him, but fortunately he is now deceased. So we do have a clip on that. So go ahead and play the clip, and we also have a picture of him. And after that, we'll chop it up.
Before 9 o'clock tonight, the FBI SWAT team executed court-authorized search warrants at a storage unit facility in Hampshire Road in Salem, New Hampshire. This is where we located Claudio Neves Valente, the individual who we believe was responsible for the Brown shooting. The latest developments in an intense 5-day manhunt, and as a result of an incredible amount of work dedicated by the law enforcement team standing here before you tonight. Before 9 o'clock tonight, the FBI SWAT team executed court-authorized search warrants at a storage unit facility in Hampshire Road in Salem, New Hampshire. This is where we located Claudio Neves Valente, the individual who we believe was responsible for the Brown shooting. The latest developments in an intense 5-day manhunt, and as a result of an incredible amount of work.
Yep, so they found him, and as you can see, there was a picture of him, and finally know who he is. I haven't looked at his history, anything like that, but we'll be looking at details. We're looking more about the story, but other than that, they found him. They know we actually see what he looks like. So now we know that. What's your take on this, Ronnie?
So the whole aspect of when it comes to with the Brown University shooting, this is my issue with it because they already had it on surveillance cam. They were supposed to ban find this guy a long time ago, before the whole after the whole thing transpired, because the camera literally pointed at the guy. I don't know why they waited so long until this man can put self-harm on himself. They should have got him before he was able to do so. But however, I'm glad they've at least had a suspect and he's no longer here. But a lot of people are speculating that this still doesn't seem right. They still don't seem that this is the right individual. But shout out to the FBI. They're saying this is the right individual who pretty much caused so much harm over there in Brown University. But stuff like this shouldn't never happen, especially when Brown University have security. Go ahead, Ike. Did we lose Hakeem?
My bad, I'm right here. I was going to say, can you tell me where Brown University is located?
Rhode Island.
So from Rhode Island and New Hampshire, I lived in Massachusetts. That's literally a 40-minute ride. It's literally 40 minutes. So it's like he did this, went and chilled for a couple days, and then unalived himself. And I know it was just like, it's just crazy. But we're heading into a new time where things going to have to start straightening up. And a lot of these imitation jokers are going to try to replicate this in different places. You know what I mean? And for certain places, it's not going to go well. This is going to be a reason why a lot of people start buying guns. There's going to be a lot of reason why people are going to be scared to go places. Or is this going to change the dynamics of everything? And I can't wait to see how that turns. I'll land right there.
Yeah, absolutely, I can. When it comes to people want to keep seeing this. They definitely want to protect themselves and buy more guns and strapped up. And I really don't blame them and everything. If the state or the federal is not going to do nothing about it, to me as an American, we all have to do something about it ourselves. Or how we going to make a plan and make sure we keep our ourselves safe and our families safe and everything. When it comes to school shootings, like elementary, high school, and everything, they already have a drill about how they gonna do it, how to keep children safe and everything. But if we're out in the grocery store or concerts, anything like that, we as Americans gotta find a way to plan. Hey, if this goes down, what we gonna do? Do we keep, do we get like a bulletproof vest or anything like that? Make a plan for you and also for your family, that hey, when situations like this happen, this is what we're gonna do, and that's where I'm at right now. We're gonna start situations when my daughter gets a little bit older, go out anything. We're gonna start doing some drills, start doing some planning. Hey, if this situation goes out, this is what I want you to do, and that's the best way I can think of.
And we understand this is a crazy world, but don't be afraid to go outside. You know what I mean? Still live your life, but live it with a mindset of like, hey, I'm gonna live it to the fullest. Moving along, man. You already know what time it is. We move along to sports. Whew, one of my favorite topics, sports. Jordan, what's going on when it comes to aspect of sports news, big dog?
Yeah, it was a big Thursday night game happening yesterday between the Lambs and the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle came out with an overtime win of 38-37. It was a questionable call in I believe it's in the third quarter where there was a 2-point conversion going down between the Seattle Seahawks trying to score, and luckily the football was thrown backwards, which it was caused a fumble. And the ball went to the end zone, and one of the Seattle Seahawks picked it up and scored a touchdown. So that was a controversial call. But other than that, with the Seahawks win, they do clinch the playoffs, and also they have one game ahead of the Rams to win a division, and likely if they win their games and other things happening within the NFL schedule, the Seahawks can take the number 1 seed going to playoffs. So we do have a clip for both teams from the Seahawks and the Rams, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Group, man. What a freaking football team you guys are. What a football team, man. What a freaking Seahawks. Let's go. That's what we do, man. One play at a time. Look, every phase picks each other up, all the things, okay? Defensively, look, you guys did a hell of a job adjusting in the second half, and offense picking us up when we needed it, man. That's a freaking great job. Special teams with a freaking punt return touchdown. Let's go, Chiefs. We are in the playoffs. We are in the dance. We are in the dance. 2 point for the win. Eric Sauber.
Hey, real talk, guys. I've been so many places. This has been such a long journey for me, man. To come to a place that's just embraced me like you guys have, man. I love you guys. Let's keep on rolling.
I'm proud of you guys. Let's go celebrate this thing. Leo, get us a break. Let's get it.
I've never quite seen anything like what happened on the 2-point conversion where you're lined up to kickoff. Then they say it's a fumble because they had the clear and obvious recovery. Now you tack it on, you make it a 30-30 game. Very interesting. Didn't get a clear explanation of everything that went on just because of some of the timing of it. They were trying to be able to do that, but that's the thing that I've said. I've never seen anything or never been a part of anything like that, and I've grown up around this game. I'm not making excuses. We don't do that. I don't believe in that. It doesn't move us forward, but we do want clarity and an understanding of the things that we can do to minimize that when we rejected the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, so we heard for both teams. So, like I said, it's still wide open when it comes to seedings and everything. But right now, Seattle, I think they host the number 1 seed as we talk, and also they clinch the playoffs. So, with that being said, Ronnie, do you feel like this was a big win for the Seahawks, or was it a big loss for the Rams?
Big loss for the Rams because Sean McVay, he failed to execute the 2-point conversion. Now, he could find blames and try to pick on whose side was wrong. But at the end of the day, you are the head coach of the team. You should already know that, hey, there was an opportunity for you guys to clutch the number 1 division. And not only that, but to also clutch for the playoffs to win as well. He didn't show up. And don't get me wrong, I'm not too mad because now the 49ers got a chance to clutch the number 1 division. So either or, it's a win for me. So
I forgot about that. I forgot about your team. That's true.
Exactly. It's a win for me. So at the end of the day, Sean McVay, keep doing the great work because we're coming for you, boy. And you already know the 49ers will meet the Rams again. And this time we will kick that behind, and then we will see the Seahawks for the final to head to the Super Bowl. That's my prediction. Shout out to the Rams. Go ahead, Akeem.
Yeah, man. It's a good comeback they got. I think is whatchamacallit still playing for the team?
Who was team?
The Seahawks.
You talking about Sam Darnold?
Yeah, he's a quarterback. He's still doing his
He's the
thing.
quarterback, yeah. No. What's the guy that used to play for the other team? I don't know if
Oh,
he was playing.
Gino?
Huh?
Remember, he been retired.
You talking
Oh
about
yeah,
Gino?
yeah, yeah.
No, he
Yeah,
played for the Raiders. They suck.
He
yeah,
played for the
yeah.
Raiders. But I'm asking, it's good to see them. They spanked them. Hopefully they'll get over there. And I'd like to see what more they're gonna do. I land right there.
Yeah, to me, this was a big win for Seattle. This is a big win because because they played two more teams, which is your team, Ronnie, and they played them. Actually, they played them the last game of the season. So
Yep.
the number one seed in the division, it either could be Seattle and also for Seahawks. That's why one think the reason that this is a big win for the Seahawks and everything. So it looks like with the Rams loss and everything, it's likely that no, ain't no likely they will be a wild card, so they'll be on the road. So big win for Seattle. If they win both of their games, next two games, they will make it. They'll have the number one seed. So shout out to Seattle. But yeah, it's between your team, Ronnie, and the Seattle Seahawks. Last game of the season. And if they hopefully they'll flex it and make it a Sunday night game. So it'll be whoever wins that wins number one seed, like last year with the Lions in Minnesota. So
Correct.
shout out to Seattle, and hopefully week 18, we'll see who win, who'll take the number one seed.
No, but don't get me wrong. Sean McVay is doing a tremendous job over there with the Rams. The Rams did a tremendous comeback pretty much overall this season. So I'm not going to hate on them too much. But you already know the history between the 49ers and the Seahawks, the 49ers and the Rams. We already know. There's just too much going on with them teams. And I love it. I love it. I love it. This football season, to be honest, is the most exciting because certain teams people thought were going to go to the playoffs, like Hakeem was saying, didn't make the cut.
And it's so wide open this year too. It's so wide open.
Yeah, it's still wide open. So Detroit still have a chance, and also Baltimore has a chance. So it just shows you that the Cowboys not in it. Sorry, Why I know he's probably listening in the cloud. They didn't even make it. So you gotta love football, man. Football is amazing. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Shout out to everybody that's watching us all across the board, Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch, Rumble, X, Bingo Live, TikTok. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in on this Freestyle Friday. We got other news to cover. First, we're going right back to what's going on with Ice Spice and her outrageous outfit. You muted, Jordan.
Yeah, so it was a big premiere yesterday for the SpongeBob SquarePants, which they have promoted all over here in LA and probably all the world. And also Ice Spice has promoted as well. I think she has a soundtrack in there, but it's been real controversy. She went to one of the premieres of SpongeBob SquarePants, and she wasn't dressed appropriately when it comes to a kids type of movie. And we do have a little photo, so we do have a little clip. So go ahead and play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
There's music playing in the background, so that's why it's muted.
Yeah, so you see her with Patrick and SpongeBob.
Is that see through?
Yeah, that's see through, and it's a kids event.
It's a kids event.
I'm all right.
So
I'm good.
so she was getting a lot of controversy and everything. So we don't know. People think they should blame either her or also the fashionist or manager or whatever. But when it comes to this, Ronnie, man, who is to blame? Is it Ice Spice on her team, or just her team, or just by herself, or both?
Both. It's a kids event. And all that, I blame the association too as well that allow her to come in to the kids event just in that way. See, this is the problem I have with the ratchet culture, okay? Because the ratchet culture means like I can go to any type of event, dress whatever I want, and there's no form of accountability. No, there has to be a form of accountability because this is a kid event. Mind you got 2-year-old, 3-year-old, 4 years old, 5 years old, seeing stuff like that. And to me, for them to allow that to happen is uncalled for, is unheard of. Someone needs to be held accountable for this. And to me, for her to have common sense to know that, wait a minute, I'm at a kid's event, I can't be wearing something like this. This is absurd. Go ahead, Akeem. I know your stomach is bubbling on this one. What?
Let me tell you something. Malcolm X said this years ago. You cannot rely on these entertainers and sports players as role models, as inspiration. they don't have no goddamn sense. Why would you wear a see-through lace with a thong on? I don't know if that was a thong at a kid's
No,
party
that was a thong.
where it was like, it was that Sesame Street, or you
Yeah,
say SpongeBob?
that was a thong.
Like you know what I mean? Like so you actually showing your Krabby Patties are hanging out. You know what I mean? So that's the shit that's just wild to me. Like this is why, like, I don't want to be that type of rapper that displays that type of insignificance in looking like that. So hopefully, I don't know, bro.
But
Hopefully
that's the
she'll go
ratchet
out there.
culture. That's the ratchet
Mm.
culture. The ratchet.
Mm.
Yeah, man. My
I'm
wife
all
told
right.
me about this, and I was like, "Yo, it's like if I were Ice, but Ice Spice shouldn't know about. I don't know what's going on. It's like we went to Kids Choice, the Midnight Kids Choice Awards. You know, you wasn't doing word anything like that. I'm sorry, but my daughter's her favorite song is on. That's why she's yelling. But yeah, Ice Spice, like, yo, like you can't be doing stuff like this. And to me, if you like I said, if you get if I know she saw all the criticism and everything, if that was me, I would fire my team for doing stuff like this because imagery is very, very important, especially at a kids event, which is the theater of SpongeBob SquarePants and everything. So she definitely should be heavily criticized and really think out like when I go to stuff like this, yo, I gotta dress to cover some stuff up. Like you dressing like you at an award show, something like that. And to me that's definitely all called for. Like when I first, like I said, when I saw it, I was like, yo, how can you do this at a kids event and everything? So all the I know it's a lot of kids there looking at her and everything. So I know a lot of parents was disapprove of it and everything. And Ice Spice, she should have posted an apology or what she was wearing and everything. I'm surprised she didn't do that at this point as we speak.
Yeah, Ice Spice. Shout out to Kareem Stevens that's in the building. Kareem Stevens say this. Her stylist knew where she was going. They don't
Mm-hmm.
care. I agree. They don't care. She has a song in the movie. See, I didn't know she had a song in the movie. So that makes
Yeah,
sense.
Mm-hmm.
soundtrack. Yeah.
So, so that's probably why they didn't really care too much because she have a song in the movie. But still, as a kids event, you have little kids.
Yep.
And to me, I'm shocked that the parents are not outraged by this. It's just regular civilians that's outraged about this. So to me, she need to take this L too, and she need to be held accountable. If she don't want to be held accountable, her stylist should be held accountable for this one. This was a bad call. Moving along to other news, Jordan, you already know money. Money makes the world go round. Money makes our pockets fat. What's going on when it comes to aspect of financial news, big dog?
Let's get into it. We're gonna talk about saving financially, but mostly how it comes to family. If you have any kids, we try to pass on the generation. We're definitely gonna like really drop into this topic. So, it's really what important. Like you say, if you have a kid, if you have a child, or wow, you should save up for their future when it comes to school, or anything like that to help them. Once they get out, once they get up to their adult ages. So we do have a little clip from Yahoo Finances, so go ahead and play the first 3 minutes, and after that, we'll chop it up.
So, starting with your estate planning process, you need to know where you're actually starting. You have to understand what's the starting point from a financial perspective and also understand what your financial picture looks like going forward.
Imagine leaving your family not just assets, but with a clear plan that prevents confusion, reduces stress, and shows how much you care. Today, we're demystifying estate planning and why it's crucial for everyone, regardless of wealth, to have an estate plan. My guest is Colleen Carcone. She's Director of Wealth Planning Strategies at TIAA and co-author of Principles of Estate Planning. Welcome, Colleen.
Hi, Bob. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure, and it will be a pleasure to have you demystify estate planning. Let's start here. What is an estate plan? Why do people often misunderstand it? Who really needs one? And why is it crucial for everyone to have one, not just the wealthy?
Well, I'm glad that you asked that question because it can be very mystifying. An estate plan, Bob, many people think that an estate plan is just a will, but it's so much more than that. An estate plan is a process not only of making sure that you're accumulating assets and conserving assets, but also making sure that assets are going to be distributed in the manner that most efficiently and effectively accomplishes your goals. We all spend a lifetime accumulating our assets, and many folks want to make sure their assets are distributed in the simplest manner possible to the
All
people
right, how
that
you
they
doing?
want. Most people want to
All
reduce
right.
taxes, costs, attorneys' fees, and make sure things get out as quickly and
No, you
efficiently as
good?
possible.
Yeah.
They also want to protect assets from any creditor risks or financial risks. And so a good estate plan is going to integrate all of those components and is going to be integrated with your overall financial plan.
Right. And I know we'll get to this, but when you talk about assets, it could be money, it could be jewelry, it could be a house, it could be a variety of things. Is that right?
Uniswap Labs is
Yeah, so there's a little bit of them talk about, a little bit of estate planning when it comes to say using a will or anything. Just if you have families to really, really start as early as you can. So, for 15, 20 years from now, if you have your kids and also for yourself as well, like you have something to save once you either retire or for your kids as well. So go ahead, Ronnie, man. What's your take on this?
See, the whole aspect of the estate plan is to pretty much to secure your asset. So you have any wealth, medical, and real estate. It's pretty much like a form of a will. Like me and Hakeem was talking about this week, and also Jordan, like will. That's why it's so very important to do a will, because you want to make sure you secure yourself and also your family legacy. Because remember, people fail to realize when you marry in to someone, remember you marry into someone, their livelihood and also their lifestyle and also to their family heritage or their family way of living. So you want to make sure you secure yourself before you get yourself tied into that. That's why I always tell people marriage is also like a form of a business, because remember there is a lot of exchange, there's a lot of trade when it comes to aspect of marriage. However, but not however, but at the end of the day, everyone should have a estate plan. That's very, very important. So you someone that's planning on being wealthy in the near future. So you want to always have that secure, and also make sure you sit with a financial advisor and also a lawyer to get that stuff done. Go ahead, Akeem.
The only thing I don't like about that, they did not talk about the most important thing is why you should do it and the negative things that could happen. A lot of it goes to, we also got to remember probate court. People you lose millions and millions of dollars in probate court, assets, and not only that, people are fighting over assets. Sometimes the wrong person gets left on the will, and that person not supposed to. Who handles the proceedings after you die? There's so much things that needs to be talked about, and so much things to try to protect yourself. Also, too, if you don't have something, and remember, even when you're married, if you and the person are together, your assets get passed to a woman you probably ain't never been with for the last 20 years. You have people who are married with people they don't, and then when passed away, their kids don't get nothing, the wife gets it. So it's important to understand estate planning, but what happens negatively if if you don't do it. I'll land right there.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, you can start really early about it, and you always keep changing it. If you have if you got something you want to change, you can change it instantly. With yourself, or if you have the money for a lawyer and have your lawyer change, you can change that too. Why I say something good? He said, majority of Americans have no estate plan or savings account. We are broke. That is very, very true. But the thing is, most Americans, should, when it comes to if they have kids, make sure they have life insurance. You know, if you have life insurance for your kids, that could be part of an end state. You can pass on to your kids as well. So life insurance, life insurance, life insurance. For me, it's all about for me. I want my daughter's. I'm sorry, my daughter. She her to be a trust fund baby. Just saving here and there, and that's a certain amount of money I want her to. That I want to save for her once she get her at the right age, and also when she's willing to know how to use money and learn how to learn how to do her finances and everything when it comes to her credit score and everything like that. So me and my wife, we talk about it, at least once a month about saving for ourselves, saving for our daughter, and also look for a house as well in the future to secure. So people, I know it's hard out there because of the economy and everything, healthcare, everything like that. But when it comes to your future, all your future of the kids, just think about, what can I do to save? You don't have to put like a lump chunk in there. If you get like a CD account at a bank or credit union, start putting $20 there. You could gain interest. You put $20 a week, $5 a week. So you keep the
So
money you put on there, the more interest you'll gain. So it all starts with that. I know it's hard, but just start planning for your future. If you don't plan for your future, you're gonna be working for the rest of your life.
so let me add one thing too. We're not financial advisors, but you should go seek one. Financial advisors, lawyers are the main person you can go talk to when
Right.
it comes for estate planning. And I want people to understand that. Not the human resource lady at your job. No. You have to go to an actual financial advisor. They can explain to you things like an annuity, life insurance,
Mm-hmm.
and how to get a will set up. These are the people who are licensed to do those things.
Correct.
And these are the people you need to go see. And I'm going to say this again, not the human resource lady at your job. And I'll land right there.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Shout out to everyone that's watching us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Kick, Twitch, Rumble, X, Bingo Live, TikTok. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in on this Freestyle Friday. Main topic on today's show. So they finally did it. The government pretty much released the Epstein file. Jordan, what's going on when it comes to aspect of the Epstein file?
Yeah, so today was the final day for the DOG to release the Epstein file. So as we speak right now, everything that we talked about for a couple years from now, that all the Epstein files has been released when it comes to pictures, text messages, written notes, pictures of him in prison, all type of things. So we do have a clip. We have some pictures that we have for you guys, and people let me know we don't have all the pictures, but there's still pictures are going now as we speak, as we speak. So go ahead, play the clip, and after that, we chop it up.
The Justice Department is expected to release its trove of Epstein files to the public ahead of today's deadline. Yesterday, Democrats on the House Oversight Committee released another batch of photographs they subpoenaed from Epstein's estate. Now the Justice Department is set to unseal hundreds of thousands of documents. ABC News Washington Bureau Managing Editor Catherine Falders is here for more on that. Hi, Catherine. This latest batch of photos shows women's passports, famous men with Epstein, and also what the ranking Democrat on the committee calls concerning text messages about recruiting women. So what's the latest on what the committee released ahead of what we're expecting from the Justice Department?
Well, that's just the latest strip. And again, what oversight Democrats have released, and those are documents that are specifically coming from Jeffrey Epstein's estate that they subpoenaed. Now, what's different here, and obviously you can see those photos up there on the screen, including that photo of the passport. They have been doing these releases for quite some time, but it's worth noting that these releases by House Democrats are different than what DOJ is set to release today. Now, that doesn't mean that there won't be any overlap in what you're seeing and what documents you're seeing and what photos you're seeing, but it's just coming from a different set of information, if you will. What we're going to see today are documents that have been in the Department of Justice and FBI's possession that obviously from their multiple different investigations of Jeffrey Epstein, of Ghislaine Maxwell, and we don't exactly know what will come out, but what we do know is that not every document will come out. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche was on Fox News this morning, and he said specifically that there would be hundreds of thousands of pages of documents released, but that they wouldn't be able to fully comply with the deadline by today. He said that over the course of the next couple weeks that there will be more releases of documents.
All right, Catherine Falders, thank you.
So there you have it. So we do have some photos to show of Jeffrey Epstein's files. There's, like I said, we only have a few, but there's thousands more photos as we speak are continuing to come out. So we have photos of some writing on some women, text messages. Also, we have photos of when Epstein was with Michael Jackson, also Janet Jackson and Bill Clinton. But but other than that, man, I never thought this day will come. But also, I have just to have a feeling for it. It's just like, okay, what like, okay, what's next and everything. But with you, Ronnie, man, all like I said, we found all the FCs are followers out. You know, we get to, like I said, for people that really want to know, they get into detail and read all the stuff for days and days and days. But Ronnie, was you shocked that the FCs would come out, and also what type of film do you have that FC files are out as we speak?
Everything's not out. So they picking and choosing what they want to release out to the public. And like I stated, there was more high power elites that was pretty much dealing with Epstein when it came to the aspect of that private island. They would not expose, would not expose those information due to the fact that it's going to do a lot of harm than good. They picking and choosing. Even the anchors stated that too as well, that they're going through the file, making sure everything is pretty much a-okay to release. They're not gonna release everything. They're not. So these small pictures of Michael Jackson, remember, they already consider Michael Jackson, even though I know it may not be true, of him being a pedo. And now also you got Bill Clinton. People don't really like that guy too much. So they picking and choosing which one they want to release. To me, I want the nitty and gritty. I want the dirt. I want the real people, them high power elites. Let me get it. But the one with Trump and Michael Jackson and the Bill Clinton, those are okay. But we want to know the nitty gritty. Let's find out if Putin was over there, allegedly. You get what I'm saying? That's what we're talking about. Go ahead, Akeem.
I don't care about photo ops. Like, I don't care about text messages. If there's not like actual video or evidence of sexual misconduct, the shit is hearsay. It like we shouldn't even be like going over this shit if they're not gonna just dump the gigabytes of files that make sense of we seeing some people actually doing some stuff or them sleeping with minors so we can start hauling people away to San Quentin. If that's not the case, I'm over this shit.
Right.
And that's the thing. That's what I'm waiting for and everything. Yeah, y'all can show text messages, pictures, whatever. Like, but I know there's some videos out there at the island or with powerful people that we want to see and everything. So that's why I say it's cool, but it doesn't feel right. It doesn't be like it doesn't. It's like they didn't put out the nitty gritty stuff. What Ronnie was talking about. Where's the videos or real text messages from powerful elites that's the text of Jeff Epstein's about what they're going to do, when they're going to be there, and everything. So I want to see those stuff out. All these pictures and stuff is like, okay, cool, whatever, in the 90s, cool, because some people are, it's past and everything. Show us the videos. We want to know the videos and interviews, all that type of stuff. Once you show us the videos and everything, okay, cool. But all these pictures and text messages and everything, we see that, but we would like all Americans to know, like, yo, where are the stuff where we could put people to jail and say, hey, or people that are passed on, we can find out, yo, I didn't know he was like this and everything when it comes to videos and everything. So yeah, we get it, but I'm with you, Ronnie. I just feel like, they're gonna put out a whole bunch of things, but the nitty gritty stuff that we want to see, that we want to say, hey, this person was guilty of. They probably won't put it out. They probably will never put it out. If they do, they'll probably put it out by the end of Trump's fourth year of the second term.
And not only that, Jordan, but Kamala, former Vice President Kamala Harris was on the Jimmy Kimmel show. He asked her the question, why they ain't do that during Biden administration? Oh, we didn't seem like it was that important. But now is it important?
Now it's important now that he's in office.
It doesn't make any sense. Moving along to other trending news, Jordan, what's going on with Charlemagne the God?
Congratulations for this brother. He has officially signed a 5-year deal with iHeartRadio for 5 years for worth of $200 million. And I don't know the other people, somebody that's in the radio industry that's make more money here right now. But shout out to Charlemagne. He is make it bank. He's worked a long time in the radio industry, and now he's definitely one of the highest paid radio hosts in the game today. So with this news that we heard of, Running Man, what's your take on Charlamagne getting this big deal when it comes to iHeartRadio?
See, when it comes to the aspect of Charlamagne the God, I'm not gonna lie, he worked extremely hard, especially when it came to the aspect of the Breakfast Club. He never gave up hope. Not only that, keeping in mind he also have a book deal. Charlamagne just been working consistently. He's been very hard working. He hasn't stopped. You know, opportunity was pretty much going his way. That's why he never left the Breakfast Club, even though Angela Yee left the Breakfast Club. But in his mind, he knew for the long term, it was going to pay out. For now, it actually did. So now he's up there with the millionaires now. With the not the millionaires, with the wealthy now. $200 million. He's been up there with like Stephen A. Smith. And people pretty much watch the Breakfast Club because of him and also DJ Envy. But I'm just worried about what's about DJ Envy contract. DJ Envy been with the Breakfast Club for like over 15 years. So let's see how they negotiate his contract. But shout out to Charlamagne the God. He worked extremely hard. He deserved every win. Big win for him. Go ahead, Edgar.
So I want us to break this down from different sections, and I want us to know that $200 million deal is not only considered him as a brand, but also remember he has the Black Effects podcast network, which he has signed tons of podcasts under that network. A lot of pretty noticeable ones that we listen to, and that encompasses too. Plus, he has other things going on that iHeart was just going to fully benefit from and be able to advertise him as a whole brand. So this is good. But I also want to tell you, remember, Wendy Williams is his mentor. He has surpassed Wendy Williams due to his business. Yeah. Wendy Williams gave him his first start.
Yep.
Well, on her show?
On her show.
Her radio days back in the early 2000s, Hakeem?
Early 2000, yep. Yeah, he is from South Carolina. He is not from New York. And he left South Carolina to go and he had been plowing away for years, building his name, you know what I mean, becoming a media force. You also remember he has the Brilliant Idiots. He has his own thing he does, then the Black Effects podcast. So it makes sense that iHeart gave him that amount of money to the amount of money they probably already made on him and still going to make on him. If DJ Envy and the other girl was separated, he still will be a powerhouse on his own. I'll land right there.
Yeah, absolutely. And Charlamagne, he really deserves this and everything. He works extremely hard. He has so much experience that he worked. Thank you for shout out Hakeem about him with Wendy Williams, because that is his mentor. I know Wendy is proud of him to really take that to the notch and everything. And also show Sonny still that, you know, when it comes to a black man, you know, if you work hard, you know, do what you do when it comes to content, radio, podcast, whatever, you can make this type of money and everything. So we're not seeing Joe Rogan, you know, making this money. We're also seeing a black man as Charlamagne making this type of money as well. So it just shows me, you know, it's possible, you know, to make that type of money. Just keep working it hard and grinding and everything. So yeah, congratulations, Charlamagne the God. World worth it, and name world worth it, and just continue to be great.
Yeah, man, that's amazing. Amazing, man. I would say hard work eventually do pay off. So guys, keep grinding, and never give up on your dream. Because I didn't even know that about Charlamagne the God, that Wendy was his mentor. That was
Yep. She
that's
gave him
why
his
he's
first.
the way he is, because she showed him the game.
Hey, remember, he has 20 years in the media business, and he just got his payout this year.
Yep.
Remember that. His big payout was just this year.
20 years in the game, and he just got his big payout.
Yep.
No, same thing with Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith was doing it for years.
Yes, and he just got his $100 million Yep.
Amazing, man.
And just to tell
you cannot give up
people,
on your dream. You cannot.
and I want to say,
Go
I
ahead,
just want to tell people this: it's like, you know, like I said, in your 20s and 30s, you won't be a millionaire. But if you work hard at it, when you get in your late 40s and 50s, that's when the money comes. And we've seen that for Stephen A. Smith and Charlamagne.
Yeah, it's in the 50s. That's a prime example.
Yeah.
Moving along to other trending news, Jordan, what's going on with Ryan Clark? Saying he got tried?
Yeah, so Ryan Clark, he's sick and tired of being mutually profiled when it comes to Ubers. He was saying that, you know, most of the time he goes to Ubers, different cities, you know, They say that he with I guess because of his name that he's been musically profiled by another rapper or singer or anything like that. So we do have a clip. So go ahead, play the clip of Ryan Clark, and after that we'll chop it up.
I'm tired of being musically profiled in Ubers. It's a Sunday. Go to walk my son's dog. Get in the Uber. Just some regular, like, I think it was like pop or something was on. Man, as says hello, doesn't even ask me. He just changes the radio. First song, All Eyes on Me by Tupac. That's not even one of the songs I listen to from that album. Then he plays Many Men, right? 50 Cent. Right now, I'm starting to realize there's a theme. Then he hit me with the Stay Scheming. Bro, you got to go pull Stay Scheming way off the pack for Ross and Drake. And I had enough when it got to Not Like Us. Like, you totally profiled me and said, this is the music this guy's like. And now I'm watching his lips as he lip sync because it's not even the edited version. And listen, bro, Continuum, all-time album. Why can't I listen to John Mayer? Songs About Jane, classic. Maroon 5. Hell, Between the Pines, Sam Hunt. I know a little, now there ain't enough smoke in my eyes to hide the kind of games you're trying to play. Like, what about that? Chris Young, You. That's like one of my favorite songs. The bluest skies don't seem so blue. Like, that is a classic. Beautiful Crazy. I mean, a day starts with a coffee and ends with I know country. So you mean to tell me you could have went, what was that, Nora Jones, Come Away With Me. Hell, the Hamilton soundtrack, Wicked. Listen to all that. You go straight there. And it was a Sunday, bro. Couldn't put no Kurt Franklin on. Like that. I don't like a Kurt Franklin guy. Yolanda Adams, John Peakey. Like, none of those people ring a bell to you, and maybe I want to listen to them. So yeah, Uber people, Uber drivers, just turn around. Hey man, do you like this music? What music would you want to listen to? But please, or if you go Tupac, like, give me Against the World for something subtle and insane and chill. Don't go All Eyes on Me. Or if you're gonna do that, give me Ambitious as a Rider. Like, let me really get hype on a Sunday. But that was ridiculous, Mr. Uber.
Yeah, so that being said, I'm gonna start with you, Ronnie. Have you ever been musically profiled from an Uber or a Lyft?
Yeah, but it doesn't really bother me. I think they do that to make you feel comfortable because they know majority of us don't really listen to Taylor Swift. Or what I forgot the other one, or Celine Dion. I don't listen to people like that. So if you put on all Eyes on Me from Tupac, I'm gonna jam with her. I might give him a 5-star because that's something that I listen to, something that I enjoy. But I get where Ryan Clark is coming from. He pretty much coming from the aspect of like, hey, a Uber driver should ask, hey, what music do you want me to play for you today? Because I know everything is a mood. Based on the music, it goes based on your mood. So if you're feeling Saturday, you want me to play some Taylor Swift, you probably don't want to hear hip hop. But Uber driver, majority of them know that majority of black people like that nigga S. If you guys my drift, so that's why their first intuitions go to hip hop. They do it to me all the time, and I'm not really too biased by it. But I get where he is coming from. But Hakeem, your thoughts on it?
Man, I thought this was something serious.
It is serious to him.
No, this shit bullshit. Here's the thing. A nigga need to be worried about when the Uber driver pull up and see that you're black and pull off and just cancel the ride. Man, I don't give a fuck about no music. Like that.
No,
That's when we need.
But you're paying for services.
I understand that. When do we start categorizing everything as somebody being profiling? It's music, for God's sake. He doesn't know. We all have general bias. If I see a white person tomorrow, I'm gonna think he eat tuna casserole.
True.
Or a meatloaf. And I might not listen. Funny story. I'm at Winn-Dixie the other day. I goes, gets my stuff. I'm coming out. It's two guys who look white. I say, man, these some. And then I'm speaking Creole. They started speaking Creole. I'm like, whoa. I say, y'all Haitians? He told me what Haitians look like. I said, you got me right there. So that's the point. There's certain things that just shouldn't even matter. It's music, for God's sake. You know what I mean? Like, just like you said, I don't really care about that stuff. You know what I mean? But I've never had that happen to me. When I'm in there, motherfucker be playing classical for some music. Do I look like Baruchnikov? So it's just like, hey. So I get where he's coming from, but there's other racial biasness that we should be focusing on instead of if somebody's playing ambitions of a rider.
Yeah, me, I've been in a lot of Ubers, a lot of Ubers, a lot of Lyfts, and also a lot of Waymos, which is self-driving cars and everything. I can't remember me, a person that said that go straight to Tupac or 50 Cent or the game thing like that. You know, usually for me, I'm in the car, I listen to what they listen to, or they ask me, hey, what do you want to listen to and anything? You know, I don't mind. I mean, I know, like I said, I'm paying for the service and everything, but when it comes to music, I don't care. Just give me to my destination, anything like that. Ryan Clark, you know, it's general bias and everything. That's what some white people or Chinese people they really gonna think, you know. Or there are some they'll ask you before you do it and everything. But me, I like I said, I have no problem with it. You play some Tupac, hey, I don't care. You play some 50 Cent, some Kendrick Lamar, Drake, whatever. I'm cool. But you know, for me, I don't see it as a problem with like Ryan Clark from situations. If you will, hey. If you don't, hey, if you either drive yourself or starts, well, once, you know, self-driving cars started to pick up with Waymo and everything, started using self-driving cars. But yeah, to me, this is too big of a problem. I don't know why he's getting upset about it. I get it, but it's not so big that I have to talk about, hey, you know, I'm tired of it and everything. It is what it is.
Yeah, I was saying I don't understand, but I get where he's coming from because you got to keep in mind he is paying for a service. So if you pay for a service, you should ask the person, hey, because sometimes they probably don't want to listen to no music at all because they're dealing with something. You never know what a person is going through at the moment of time. So that's why I get where he's coming from. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember to click all because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Last topic on today's show, Jordan, what's going on with Pat Poos? Pretty much talking about the cheating rumor and also the breakup with Remy Ma.
Yeah, so Pat Poos was on a Breakfast Club, also with Krishan Shields, but Charlamagne and was talking to ask some questions about the cheating rumors. Also DJ Envy asked some about cheating rumors and also the breakup with Remy Ma. So go ahead, play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Somebody said, you know, that was for press and media. It was a hard time. Because we know y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like...
No,
but y'all know us, but sometimes people pretend like they don't know us. That's what get on my nerves.
I think for most people, it was like, what happened? Like...
I mean, like I said, y'all was there every step of the way. Y'all was there when I was riding up there to the prison. Y'all seen me fighting court officers getting thrown out of the courtroom. It was in the newspapers. You know what I'm saying? Y'all seen everything. How can I come to y'all and say something didn't happen? Y'all got to stop, man. Like, come on. So
I think during that time, I know for myself, I just wanted y'all to fix it because I've known y'all so long, and not fix the relationship, just the friendship, the parenting, just fix that part. That was the most important thing, right?
That takes time. Like it's a divorce. It's not something that just happens overnight. You know what I'm saying? But people's life don't stop because of that. You know what I mean? It's papers, it's time, it's all this stuff that got to happen. But at the end of the day, we move forward with our lives. Like
I wish her the best.
For sure.
We got some great, amazing things going on. And like I said, this is my best friend right here, man. We living our life.
We've been together over 1.5 years now. It'll be 2 years next year in September. We at the end of the year. Some of this stuff is just so old. You know, it's so old to talk about, to bring up, to keep harping on it. It's like they're separated. She got somebody too. Like, don't act like it's just over here. Like, she's happy, we're happy, and that's it.
Papoose, like, to your point, and Champ, I know you mentioned, like, it's old, but I think the reason why people bring it back up is because we saw so much and we knew you, and then when everything happened, there's claims of, like, you cheating and, like, all these things. And we're
that's what I'm saying. So, like, if it's a new artist, I get it. We don't know him. All these years incarcerated, that shit never been on my name ever.
You can't just ask.
Y'all was out here with me. I was coming to the old studio.
I'm gonna tell you something. That is a good point that Pat making because
come on,
all them years she was incarcerated, we never heard of Pat. We ain't never seen Pat out in the street.
All of a sudden, boom, out of nowhere, an asteroid hit. Like, come on, man.
So that didn't happen because she said she had, like, got into it with somebody over some allegations. And
Like I said, man, I wish her the best, man. Me speaking about that,
Yep, so there you have it. He Kelly explains why, they keep bringing up this past relationship with Remy Ma, but there you have it. So go ahead, Ronnie, man. What's your take?
And the whole aspect of why they keep bringing up Remy Ma and Pat, because remember, it's the history behind it. Remember, he was with her when she was in prison. He was a good man. He was faithful. He was doing what he had to do to make sure Remy Ma was still in rotation with the DJs and pretty much bringing her name still out there, even though she was in prison. So that's why it's history behind that. Don't get me wrong. I didn't even know that him and Clarissa Seal pretty much was only a year and a half in. I thought it was dating longer than that. But it just shows you how time go by fast and the scrutiny between their relationship due to the fact of Remy Ma. But like she stated, Remy Ma's happy. You see, Remy Ma not worrying about Pat. It's pretty much the internet and it's the algorithm that keep bringing it back up. They don't want to move on between the whole aspect of what happened between Remy Ma and Pat, because remember, there was a two pretty much power couple that pretty much went left. That's why it shaped the whole internet up by storm. Go ahead, Akeem.
The problem is that they did that for ratings. And I hate the fact that they brought that up, because now this is going to give reason for Remy to say something. She's been being quiet. He's been being quiet. They've been keeping each other business. I wish they never brought this up, because she's going to respond. And they're going to say, why are you still putting my name in your mouth? And they're trying to get a divorce done. So it's just that this the part of the media game I don't really care about. Like, and I get where you're coming from, Ron. I guess it's such a history, but hey, people break up, people move on. It's time for a new thing.
Yeah, I agree because they've been broken up for a while now, and I don't know if it was Charlemagne kind of want to put it there or DJ and Envy wanted to put it there because when Carisha was there, I don't want to hear for her because her fight's coming up and everything. But I guess Pat Poose is there. I guess to undercut that question about the past stuff about Remy Ma and everything. To me, I do agree it was kind of reaching and everything, but I guess some people really want to know before they close the books on it, and then now focus on the relationship with Pat Poose and Christian Shields and everything. So, but like I said, I've been done about what happened in that relationship with Remy Ma, Pat Poose. They're done now. They've been done. They're on to new relationships, and Pat Poose, he's happy with Carisha. Hopefully they'll get married soon, have kids and everything. So they may move on to their separate lives, and both of them will be happy where they at right now.
Like, share, subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Like always, shout out to everybody watching us on Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch, Rumble, X, TikTok, Bingo Live. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in on this Freestyle Friday. Like always, guys, we want to give a special shout out to White High that was in the building. Kareem Stevie that was also in the building. The lovely and prettiest Evelyn Perez was also in the building. Shout out to the 64 people right now watching us on Bingo Live and the 3 people right now watching us on TikTok. We really do greatly appreciate you guys for tuning in each and every time we go live. Guys, you already know, man. Tonight is fight night between Jake Paul and Joshua. Jordan, before we get out of here, and Hakeem, who do you guys got tonight on this big fight?
This better not be rigged. This should be Anthony Joshua too, but Jake Paul better not find a way to rig this table money with Anthony Joshua. This should be Anthony Joshua to win. I want to see a knockout in the first two or three rounds. So Anthony Joshua, that's what I got. Who you got, King?
Anthony Johnson, man. I've seen him fight.
See how big that brother is?
Come on, guys. I'm going with Jake Paul tonight. You guys already know everything's rigged. It's already set up for him to win. The money's already been given. So I see Joshua losing by the 4th round. That's how it's set up. And don't worry, guys, if you don't have Netflix, because it's premiering on Netflix, it's showing it right now on YouTube. YouTube is not paying us for it. But I'm just letting you know, guys know it's showing it right now on YouTube free. So go ahead and check it out if you don't have nothing going on this weekend. It is fight night. There's a lot of things going down here in Miami this weekend. So if you're in Miami, go outside, go enjoy yourself. There's a lot of things going on because it's fight night. And guys, you already know. Before we also head up on out of here, guys, make sure it's so very important. Go to KL Culture Radio description. In the description, where you can find the KL Culture Radio store. That's what we have: the KL Culture Radio gear, the KL Culture Radio merch. Anything you need from KL Culture Radio is in the description, and also link is pinned on top of the chat. And also, before we get up on out of here, too, you know we gotta play one song from Broadway Fat coming out of his new album. Go right ahead.
Broadway.
We'll take the document down.
Are you listening? Check it out. I'm out here hustling, my niggas out here touching. Hoes be fucking, I be lusting, all that bags of money. I don't see shit funny, shit get ugly. See you running, boy, I'm here from something. Why he stunning? Gotta get him, boy, I gotta flip him. Gonna stick him. Back to the block, Henny on rock, blow up the spot. I see the cops, damn, I see the shots, watch body drops. Ain't no love, nigga, ain't no hug. We pull the rug, why for the night? What? Down for the fight, see him on sight. Give up the goods, boy, give up the hood. Don't you know what time it is, huh? Bluff for the money, huh, cause I'm hungry. No one above us, no one gon' love us. Boy, we thuggin', boy, we buckin', huh? Boy, we hustlin'.
There you go, guys. If you guys want to know where y'all can find the music, it's also on Instagram as well as Broadway Fat.
Yep.
And also
Let's
link
go.
is in the community post there where you could go and get the music from Broadway Fat. It is out now. And also Prince King book is out now too, Raising King, and also Black Love. You guys already know it's Christmas weekend. I know there's gonna be a lot of shopping going on. You guys make sure you guys safe out there, because if you don't guys understand, Christmas time can be also a very stressful time. So make sure you guys are home safe, enjoying special time with your loved one, because a lot of people are off for the next 2 weeks, especially heading on to the New Year's. And we got a lot of new things coming for the New Year's. So guys, be on the lookout for that one. So make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell on the right-hand side so you never miss it when we go live. Like always, thank you for tuning in to KL Culture Radio Freestyle Friday. We over and out.